So, how do you train a border collie? They do that all by themselves. You don't have to teach them that at all. The first day I came out with him on sheep, he was 7 months old. He was looking, we were like this, you know, he was looking at the sheep. He's like, what the heck is this? And you could just see it. It's like, wasn't quite smoke coming out of his ears, but he was like, what's going on here? And I just made a little excited movement, you know, did what the guy who sold me the dog, you know, advised me to do. And all of a sudden, my dog was circling the sheep. It was like a switch. It was amazing. Now, Lily, like I said, she's dysfunctional. So when I came out here and did that with her, you know, she ran in and bit the sheep. So she's come quite a long way. So anyway, you come out and you do that for a long time. You'll see they have a clockwise and a counterclockwise arc. They're supposed to stay a working radius off the sheep. Because if they go right in there with the sheep, what are they going to do? They're going to blow the sheep apart, and sheep are going to get hurt or out in the road or whatever. So you're supposed to stay a good distance away. But eventually, you start adding some commands to this movement that the dog does by itself. So the command for counterclockwise is away to me. Away, away, lie down. Okay? The clockwise is come by, come by, come by, come by, lie down, lie down. So clockwise and counterclockwise. Okay? There are a million stages between the balancing that we showed you at the beginning and that. One of the most significant stages is where you tell him to go against his instinct. So his instinct right now would be clockwise, right? He wants to move that way around the sheep because he's already there. And I'm exerting pressure. So one of the big tests of what does he know the commands is you start to ask him to do things against his instinct. So I'm going to ask him to go against his instinct, which is counterclockwise. Away, away. So he crossed me. He's never supposed to do that in the early stages of training. He's supposed to respond to the pressure naturally and stay balanced. But when you start to let him do that, that's when you know that you've got a dog that will listen to you above his instinct. And that's a good place to be with a dog. So their claim to fame is their ability to go out and bring the sheep back. Sometimes so far away that they can't even be seen. There's, you know, story after story of border collies that, you know, go out and 45 minutes later come back with 500 sheep. And then there's stories as well of border collies who, after they bring those sheep back, disappear again, and an hour or so later, or however long, will come back with a sheep that was injured. This is their thing. They bring sheep back. Johnny, back here. Back here, come here.
Mom, there's sheep.
So this is only 100 yards or so. Lie down. But what I want you to notice is how gently he goes about his business. Again, if a dog surprises the sheep, he's useless. He's got to engage the sheep slowly. So you will see him go way further than he needs to. So that he can come in close. And you'll see the moment when the sheep pick him up, they'll all, you know, head up. And hopefully, because this is his most confident maneuver, hopefully he will bring them back in a nice tight group. I don't yell at my dogs unless I have to. I try to work really softly so that when I do have some kind of emergency, they know it. If they hear me yelling all the time, it's like your kids, right? So they're supposed to go nice and wide. He knows where the sheep are. Now, I'm still his reference point. He knows where I am. Notice the sheep will just not be disturbed until he's there. And we don't do this kind of outrun a lot anymore. We do a lot of tight stuff. So what he's been doing is he gets behind the sheep and lays down, which is not a great habit. It's not horrible either. But I got to watch him because if he plops down, I got to keep him moving. So you can see the sheep are disengaged. They're tightening I'm still his reference point. He knows where I am. His job's to bring those sheep to me. Now, in a trial, you actually get judged on how straight his line is. So, in other words, he's supposed to bring them back in a straight line. And when he goes back and forth like that, it's called minding his sheep. In other words, he's not supposed to let anybody get away. Lie down, that's a good dog.